Right, so boom! Another episode of The Apprentice last night. Let's talk about it, let's discuss it, let's talk about who needs to allow it and who doesn't. Right, so cool. So last night's task was all about creating a hot pepper sauce and then advertising it and then pitching it to a panel featuring Levi Roots. Big up Levi, I bucked him in Carnival last year. And then Lord Sugar decides who wins and who doesn't. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna try and keep this video short like a sneeze because all my other videos keep going on for minutes. So I'm gonna try my best, but allow it if I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would have sucked on this task because me and hot pepper, I don't do pepper, you know. I'm like the worst Caribbean there is. Like fam, one time at uni, I must have caught a piece of Scotch bonnet in my eye. Lord God, I almost had to drop out of uni right there and then on the spot. My eye went redder than the freaking sun on a Japanese flag boy. That's a big shout out to all the candidates who were in that kitchen trying the peppers. Like, you lot are better than me. My favorite cuisine, see, I'm more of a korma man, do you get what I mean? Or in Nando's, I was more of a lemon and herb man, do you get what I mean? I'll keep it frank, even though my name's Coyote. So yeah, big up all the candidates for like even chewing the peppers to even make their sauce. So yeah, one team, they called their sauce Umami Mami. Yeah, I really rate that name. I like the name Umami Mami. Umami Mami, Umami Mami. I like it, I just like the alliteration with the M's. And the other team called their sauce Bangin'. You know, they dropped the G and didn't put the apostrophe, so they got criticised for that. Like Dean, I get what Dean was coming from. He's saying like, you know, that's how I describe my sauce, saying it's banging. But like Amber correctly pointed out, if you drop a letter, you got to replace it with apostrophe. Hence why I got my apostrophe in my Llow It. Do you get what I mean? Even I drop the A, so I put the apostrophe. So like I get exactly where Amber is coming from. But also get where Dean's coming from, calling it banging. But was the sauce banging? The people them didn't think so. And was it Umami Mami's banging? Again, they didn't think so. So Low Sugar did a surprise. For the first time, no team won. Do you know what I mean? They both lost. I think deep down it's because they need to save money on freaking treats and prizes for the winner. Maybe they didn't have the budget for the winner. I would have taken you guys in a nice trip around Cat for the Lewisham if you won, but they didn't want to give anyone a winning. Why did neither team win? I mean, firstly, it came down to the product. Like, neither of them were banging, even though one of them was called banging or banging because they didn't put an apostrophe. Like, they were just hot for no reason. Do you get what I mean? The sauce had no sauce, so both of them flopped on a product. And then when it came to the advert to advertise it, you know, I don't know how I feel about Chizola being in prison or being locked up for her advert. I get the concept, it banged, but like I don't know, like even for example, am I reaching? If there's a black guy behind the cell, like I remember looking back in it in year 11 for my GCSE art, I drew a black guy behind bars. Like, why did he have to be black behind bars? Am I reaching? Do you get what I mean? I don't know how I felt about that. But anyway, that was Chizola's team, and then Mia's team, they messed up because. Let me do this on another one actually, because I know I need to go in on this one for quite a bit, because Mia's team, they messed up because they never had the product in their video. Now, I know from being on the show, some things are out of your control, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they wasn't able to have the product in their advert video, if that makes sense. Because I know when I was on there, certain things, do you get what I mean? So I'll leave it there, do you get what I mean? But even still, I like the way that Mia tried to use her initiative to get Liam to lick the plate. And then Lord Sugar goes to Liam, are you single? Liam goes, yeah, like, because you don't do that in a high-end restaurant, lick a plate. But don't worry, bro, Liam, don't worry. Listen, if you're anything like me, when you come off the show, or now that you're on the show, you're going to have a bag of dates lined up and more. Do you get what I mean? Like, without getting into too much detail, fam, the DMs were mad. Like, I'm talking... Yeah, this ain't that kind of a video. Let me just say the DMs when I was on the show were mad. So Liam, don't worry about being single. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm talking DMs like UK, Australia, America, like, yeah. Anyway, what am I even talking about? Let me get back to the video. So even though they never had the product in their video and they got heavily criticized for it, but I need you to understand this. One of my best ever adverts ever made in my whole life was a gorilla playing the drums in a purple background. And you know what I'm talking about? The Cadbury's advert. And they never had the Cadbury's bar in that video, but that advert slapped, and that's still one of the best adverts ever made. So it doesn't even matter if you never had the product in the video, because everybody knows when the gorilla came on, I believe in the coming. The advert slapped, do you get what I mean? So Mia and Liam and all of them, man, don't worry about that. And there I go, like a wallad, even though I said I wouldn't, this video's gone on for like 5 minutes, man. But anyway, let me just wrap up. So as you know, or if you haven't watched it, as you're about to find out, it was a double boot-in last night. Firstly, it was, in fact, I can't even remember which order it was, but Malika, I think it was Malika. Malika got the boot-in first. So firstly, Malika had to allow it. And then, obviously, because Lord Sugar made both teams lose, someone from the other team had to get fired. So unfortunately, it was Emma who had to allow it. But Emma, to quickly touch on Emma, because I already spoken on Emma much about this season. Like, Emma did well putting herself forward for task 1. Do you get what I mean? That's ballsy. That's something I did to put myself forward as PM for task 1. So I rate that she did that. But where Emma went wrong is that she was kind of resting on her laurels. She kind of just wanted to ride it out. Whereas you can't rest on your laurels. In fact, Rude Boy, I don't even know where my laurels are. Like, you can't rest on your laurels. So Emma, even though she put herself forward as PM, she didn't have another role like that throughout the rest of the process. So I think that didn't do her any favours. But all in all, Emma seemed to take it well, and so did Malika. So that said, hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you allow it.
Also shopping, and you didn't buy anything.